folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Times from Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on a strange, weird, astronomical, economical, weird level that could only define you as an interesting person because you're watching this now. Apparently, a number of people complained to the British Broadcasting Corporation about the end result of The Timeless Children. Now, comes to us via TV Zone, who published this. This was the BBC statement in regards to those complaints. Quote, Doctor Who is a beloved, long-running series, and we understand that some people will feel attached to a particular idea they have of the Doctor, or that they enjoy certain aspects of the program more than others. Opinions are strong, and this is indicative of the imaginative hold that Doctor Who has, that so many people engage with it on so many different levels. We wholeheartedly support the creative freedom of the writers, and we feel that creating an origin story is a staple of science fiction writing. What was written does not alter the flow of stories from William Hartnell's brilliant Doctor onwards. It just adds new layers and possibilities to this ongoing saga. We have also received many positive reactions to the episode's cliffhanger. There are still a lot of questions to be answered, and we hope that you will come back to join us and see what happens, but we appreciate that it's impossible to please all of our viewers all of the time, and your feedback has been raised with the program's executive producer. And this is not the first time that this has been happening. All right. Now, the thing is this. Part of this may have been a smokescreen. Like I said, I don't know where Joe Martin's Doctor would fit in with my theory on it. But we do know of one Time Lord in history who had perpetual bodily regeneration. And guess who just happened to get kicked off the planet back at the end of the one series with Peter Capaldi? Rassilon. What if Rassilon just set all this up as a smokescreen to cover his own trail as either being Tech-Tuan or the Timeless Child? We'll have to find out. But remember, there's a whole other series coming up, and I'm beginning to wonder if this is even going to stick. I really do. Because there are so many different ways. They left it so deliberately vague that any good science fiction writer could get around this. One of the things that keeps cropping up again is the White Knight fantasy, and I saw this in the comment box again, and I keep asking, who do you think is going to step forward to run this show, even if Chibnall stepped down or got fired? Really? Who's going to even touch it with a 50-foot pole? Because, look at some of the things that's going on out there. But, as I said, enjoy Doctor Who while it's here, while it lasts, because we truly do not know how long it's going to be with us. Apparently, some people just do not, embrace the idea of patience, because Doctor Who is constantly changing, and sooner or later you might get what you want. Oh, but that's just me. Go crazy. But sadly, it seems it was confirmed, and I love how, Mirror here is just jumping on something that was announced on BBC Radio 2. That, sadly, Bradley Walsh is leaving the show. It's also been confirmed, of course, pretty much that Toss and Cole's leaving the show, considering he's already lined up work on an AMC series coming, starting next year. Or I believe they start filming this year on it. But either way, they're both gone. They're still saying Yaz will be back after. Now, so basically, this is at the Christmas or New Year's special, wherever they decide to air it, that apparently these two at least are exiting. I have a strong feeling Yaz is leaving with them. I don't know if they're going to keep one of the fam and kick everybody else off or how that's going to work, but I don't know. My gut feeling's telling me that all three of the current companions are leaving at the end of the special, coming up later this year or beginning of next. But that's just my thoughts, because I could have swore I saw Mandip Gill say something about she's looking for work other places. So if that's true, she's already out looking for work. That explains why they filmed this, the special during the filming of the regular series, because this way they can release all three of them to immediately go look for work rather than sign them for another contract just to come back and film a special. All right, how much did Doctor Who's Timeless Children, actually change the canon? In my opinion, not really that much. I don't know why everybody's having a cow about all this. And the scary part is you got a bunch of YouTube Fairweather fans who are suddenly giving a flying rat shit about William Hartnell, when chances are half these guys probably didn't even know who he was until they looked it up on Wikipedia. Now, but the thing is this. They did this once before, back in 1976 when they aired The Brain of Morbius. Philip Hinchcliffe even stated publicly, quote, that they were implying that the Doctor was a lot older than we thought they were, and that the incarnations pictured during the mind-bending contest with Morbius were that of previous incarnations before William Hartnell. So this is not even an original idea. Again! Now, I am as passionate about the show as anybody else, but the second you start looking for reasons to hate it, come on. It's like, folks, I don't like Star Trek after 2009. Can't stand it. But you don't see me out there posting every day about hashtag not my Star Trek, or about how J.J. Abrams has killed this or killed that, or that somehow Star Trek Disco ate my cat. It just amazes the crap out of me, the overreactions that are going on out there just for the sake of attracting attention, and a lot of people are just using it to make money on YouTube. Chances are these people you're following and blindly following because you think they follow your hate message, notice how they're reviewing every episode. They're watching it! I leave it for you to decide. I don't think it's really changed much, considering it's not even a new idea. All right, here's some behind-the-scenes clips from the making of Timeless Children. I hope you get get a kick out of these. Some behind-the-scenes little clips here and there. I especially love, there's one where Ray Holman's describing how he came up with the suit for the Cybermasters. You'll notice these right here. Apparently he said these are laser etched into these face screens, these Gallifreyan symbols. Plus even the cloaks had Gallifreyan symbols, but you didn't get a good look at them in the episode. All right, going down here, some nice shots here and there from behind the scenes. So if you're into this kind of stuff, now if I remember right, yeah, Sacha Dhawan posted this, and that this was taken on his last day, this shot here. It is my favorite one, where they're all sitting there looking at the phone, getting a laugh. Everybody, you see, that's what I love. Everybody's enjoying making this show. Oh, there's Yaz for the one scene. Wait a minute, they didn't make her wear the full outfit? What the hell? Oh, so, also, I love the new Cyberman design. Look at those spikes. That just makes them look like they're going to get medieval on your ass. They really do. It's just really, really, I love it. It's brand new. It's innovative. Love that new look for the Cyberman. And I hope they keep that for at least a while. And I just hit the wrong button. But, okay, let's keep going, shall we? All right, Joe Martin says her new Doctor is influenced by Peter Capaldi. She said right here, quote, "What I like is that she can be a bit grumpy, a bit moody, this Doctor, a little bit like Peter Capaldi, maybe. She's got an edge and a dark side to her, as well as being cheeky and charming, and she really doesn't have a filter." She goes, "I'm a huge fan of Peter Capaldi, too. There were a few nods to Capaldi's Doctor outfit within my costume, actually." So they go a bit into that here as well. Let's keep going. Timeless Child reveal, of course. They're claiming that the massive plot hole they're referring to here in the Metro is the one where they gave Smith the extra regeneration cycle back in, Time of the Doctor. Now, there's a lot of ways to explain this, as if maybe, there was a limit switch on him, and they just decided to flip it, or at least play along, so that way he didn't figure out who he truly was. But that's if you want to go with this. I'm beginning to think this might still be some kind of ruse. Remember, the Doctor was always a bit of a renegade, well known, and could just be being used as the fall guy as a plot to cover up somebody else being the Timeless Child. You see, that's how easy this is to just smooth over. And if there are any future showrunners, God, I feel sorry for the next person who takes this job. Because, and if there is one, then, all they have to do is do that and it's smoothed over. The permanent death of Gallifrey, I look at it this way in the words of the Ninth Doctor: everything dies and everything has its time. I was not happy with the fact they played Let's Undo the Time War back in Day of the Doctor anyway. So, you know where I feel on it. All right. And this is Ray Holman, if I remember right, describing bits of Joe Martin's Doctor costume that were reflected in previous costumes he's done. So if you want to get a look at this, it's nice always to get a good reference with how this is actually done. Ray Holman, I love reading his stuff on Twitter. Go look him up there. All right, escape pod. There's an escape room coming to Norwich. All right, a Doctor Who themed escape room is opening in the city where players will need to defeat a Dalek to survive. Now, if you're familiar with the concept of an escape room, they lock you in a room. I don't think they literally lock you, but then you got to figure out clues and all that to get out of the room before a certain time limit, if I remember right. Now, this will see teams of 2 to 6 players step onto a doomed spaceship, which has been invaded by a Dalek who has tapped into the power system and is preparing for ruthless extermination. So if this is your kind of thing, here's all the details you need. Go check it out. I believe this is happening in just a couple days down in Norwich. So, interesting stuff coming along. Oh, yeah, Paul McGann. Being called a perfumed ponce, it's an icebreaker. And it is a lovely interview with Paul McGann here, if you're into that thing. There you go, over here on The Guardian. So, once again, people are still wigging out over the end of this latest, series finale. Like I said before, though, I've told this to my friends, this can easily be rewritten. I could see this. They left it so deliberately vague. The only person's word you have for it is the Master. The appearance of Joe Martin there towards the end in the Matrix could just be the Doctor reaching for someone to reassure. Boom, here's that person I met not that long ago. Also, this could have all been set up as a ruse to make the Doctor believe she is the timeless child, including that nifty little scrap towards the beginning, where, in Fugitive of the Jadoon, to make it look like, when meanwhile, it could really be Rassilon using this to cover his own tracks. Some have even said, what if the Ruth Doctor's the Valeyard and concocted this whole thing to throw her own, have her younger self looking the wrong way, looking towards the past for answers, instead of saying, maybe, hey, somebody from further up the line is playing a game. It's up to you, kids. Dr. Whovians have always been some of the most open-minded people on the planet. And it just disturbs me that so many people are following these cult of personalities now that are telling them to act, like you've been robbed, you've been raped, you've been done this because your television show didn't go the right way. Folks, try being a fan of Battlestar Galactica, get served like Galactica 1980, then come to me and complain. Or being a longtime Star Trek fan, and then they hand you a series like Disco, and what a lot of people like. I'm not getting on you, but I'm saying, in my opinion, no. But like I said, you don't see me out there every day typing hashtag not my Star Trek, do you? If I don't like something, I don't watch it. It's that simple. Ugh. Well, folks, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good one. I hope you all out there, like I said, we may disagree on the whole thing, but you know what? Can't we just agree to disagree anymore? Take care of yourselves, kids, and have a great night.